Hey everyone, this is Yosemite Sam's here, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. We're going to learn how to draw an eye, nose, and mouth from YouTube artist Drawing With Lineke. I have a playlist of how to draw videos, and I chose to start off with Miss Lineke. I don't know too much about her, except that she is from the Netherlands and studied at Academy of Arts. I love her style in art. She explains everything very well, and I love her voice. I'm sure everyone will feel the same way and enjoy this video. Lineke also has a Patreon and provides tutorials for her YouTube viewers, which I am very grateful for. You can check out her channel if you want to support her and her Patreon. All right, everyone, grab your pencils and paper and follow along with me on this very easy video on how to draw the basic eye, nose, and mouth.
Hi, welcome to this real-time tutorial about the eye, the nose and the mouth. And what we are going to study here is the volume in drawing a realistic eye, nose and mouth. And when drawing the eye, you should think about a ping pong ball or something, or a golf ball, and then simply draw the eye around this. It's a nice study, and I've learned this at the Academy of Arts, which I've studied. And you can see me here drawing around this ping pong ball. And once you have this drawn in, you can immediately see the upper eyelid.
I really do love this technique. It's very easy, and when you're drawing a circle, you're using your whole arm. You're using your elbow, your shoulder, your wrist, everything to get that motion, to get that perfect circle that you need. I love doing this technique because it's very easy and it makes you actually understand how to draw an eye. You're drawing the entire eye, which is the entire circle of the eyeball. Whereas if people were to, just look at an eye and are just drawing the lid and everything else, the basic is drawing the entire eyeball that's in the socket, and then tracing out and drawing out the eyelid and the eyebrow, because everything connects. Once you see it that way, it just becomes a whole lot easier, and I'm glad that she used this technique with us.
Pupil itself. This is my cat, sorry. This is the arch for the upper eyelid. And here I'm drawing in some darkness.
Darkness, everybody! Darkness is spreading!
I had to put that in there. When she said darkness, that's all I kept thinking about was Dave Chappelle. All right, let's get back into it.
The eyelid where the eyelashes come out of. And the corner of the eye, of course. And you can still see me drawing around that ping pong ball. And here are the wrinkles that are under the eye. It doesn't matter if it's an elderly eye or a young eye, those wrinkles are always there.
Now, when I was drawing, a face, I never realized how important it was to actually put in the wrinkles and everything else that comes with looking at an eyeball when you're drawing it, to make it look more realistic. So that is a really good tip for everyone to know when drawing an eye.
Smudging it in a little bit, just to get the feel of the eye itself. And underneath the upper eyelid, there is a lot of shadow going on. So please draw that in. and draw around the light spot, which is very important. And for the eye white itself, you really want it not to be all that white.
What she said was a very important tip. When you're drawing out an eye, everyone thinks it has to be just completely white, and that is not the case. You actually have to use your references and look at an actual eyeball and see the different shading.
The greatest tip is that the white of the eye should not be all that white. You can see it perfectly here. And I'm using a blender stick now. And I'm actually smudging in what I've drawn. And what I'm avoiding especially are contour lines. You do not want any contour.
As you can see, I'm drawing very, very slow. I really need to pick up the pace when it comes to drawing, but that is something that I'm going to have to, you know, practice and learn to draw a little faster. I have to speed up my drawing just to catch up with her, and she's drawing in real time, I believe. She does look like she's going a little bit fast, but it is real time for her, and I'm speeding up mine just to pick up the pace.
Do make sure that the iris itself is as round as possible, but that it does not touch the line where the eyelashes are coming from. And this is what I've learned at the Academy of Arts, and I really wanted to share this. And you've actually seen me drawn this in 8.5 minutes, so that's...
Girl, she said 8.5 minutes. I think it was like 20 minutes when I did this one. Like, it don't make no sense. Like, I really need to be faster.
Follow up and make a better eye when approaching this in this way. For next, we will be studying the nose. And also with the nose, there is this ping pong ball you want to keep in mind. So draw in half a circle and 2 little ping pong balls just next to that. Here will be the entrance of the nose, and the nostrils itself go just underneath that.
Alright, when I usually draw my nose, the center part, the ping pong ball that she's talking about, when I look at a person's nose, I actually draw a full circle on how that nose looks, and then I would draw the nostril part out on the side. It's just a little more easier for me to do so, but drawing a nose like this, how she's doing, I do like how she drew out that ping pong ball.
Avoiding contours, but I'm actually drawing in the shadows that surround those ping pong balls. Here I'm drawing in the shadow that's underneath the nose and around the tip of the nose. That's the big ping pong ball. Now I guess the light is coming from the left. Then I draw in a little bit of shadow on the right side of the nose. And yeah, well, actually you do not have to do a lot. The nose will pop out.
And my nose ain't popping out like how she said how hers is, but let me just keep fast forward. Oh, you know what? Let me just pop out my little genie. All right, there we go. There's my nose now. That's how it's supposed to look now. Let me just smudge it in a little bit, a little over here around the nostril, because she said it's supposed to be darker around those areas because of the shadow and the light source of where that's coming from. So let me just shade that in really quickly, and then we can get back into the video. And also I'm using the blending tool as well, just to blend that in. You can get that at any art store, or you could just use your finger, whichever is best for you.
Now for the mouth, I do a little bit of the same. Here is the ping pong ball of the upper lip. There is one important muscle that you have to keep notice of. Then I'll draw a little bit of shadow in the middle of the upper lip, and on the lower lip there are two bigger muscles. Now all I do is draw in the shadow that is underneath the lower lip. A very important shadow is for the opening of the mouth itself. Now let's take the blender stick. I draw out a little bit of shadow from the entrance of the mouth into the lower lip, and I smudge out the shadow on the upper lip.
I'm gonna have to fast forward on mine again just to, get the blending out right and everything, because you got to blend it really well to get that shadow to make it look more realistic.
For the upper lip, I only draw in the shadow of the arch that is going up to the nose, and a little bit for the upper lip. So I do not draw a contour. I only draw in the shadow that is casted on the fleshy part above the upper lip, and the shadow that is underneath the lower lip. And you can very quickly see a mouth popping up.
My lip isn't popping out just at this time, but let me just keep doing my shading and getting all those lights and darks together to create that illusion of making it look like a realistic lip. So basically, like when you're drawing the lip, the easiest part, as what she was doing before, is just drawing the little side pockets on the lip at the end of the opening of the mouth, that little pocket, and also drawing in that middle part, that little muscle that she was speaking of, that's very important to know and to do, and then draw the bottom lips. There are several different techniques on how to draw a lip. I've seen one where the two muscles on the bottom lip, I see people draw those two as a circle, and the one on the top lip draw that as a circle too, so it kind of looks like a triangle. And that's another way of how to, another technique on how to draw a lip as well. I do find this way that she's doing is pretty easy. You just draw the little pocket first, and then the line in the middle, and connect it with the next pocket, and then you're just drawing the upper and bottom lip. But how she doing it, I like it because it's just a bunch of shading. That's all you're really doing right here, just to get that lip to pop out more. And that's what you see that I'm doing in here. Come out looking pretty good. All right, so this is the final look of the eye, nose, and mouth. I put it all together. I feel like how I did my eye, it came out pretty well. I have been drawing eyes for a while now, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job. When it comes to the shade and everything, you know, it's just something that you have to get used to and just keep practicing. Also with the nose is fairly easy. Could have drew this one a little better. It looks a little flat, but I think it's pretty good. Just, you know, putting in the shading and everything. I think it came out pretty well. And the lip, I'm really proud of the lip and how it turned out. I'm glad. This was really easy, just doing the shading and everything. I think it went pretty well. It's time for a give and take. How did it work out for you? Leave a comment below and share if this video helped you with the basic techniques. Next, we will learn how to put all this together and to draw a face. All right, thank you guys so much for watching and keep practicing.